Hey everybody, welcome back to another Jackson Jet Setting Resort review. Today we're checking out the Westin Anaheim, which is right next to Disneyland, California. It's my new favorite Disneyland hotel. But I'm going to first show you how we got there. We actually came from Zihuatanejo, Mexico. I know, it's a rough life. Coming in on Alaska Airlines. I'm an American Airlines Platinum member, so I was able to book premium seats right at booking. Then I actually got myself and my wife upgraded to first class as part of their new benefits with American, which is absolutely fantastic. We got on board. There's no lounge to speak of in Zihuatanejo Airport, it being pretty small. I had a little boxed water waiting for us at our seat. There's no pre-departure beverages besides that. But lots of really high-end alcohol on first class in Alaska. It's been a while since I've flown Alaska in first class, so it was pretty cool to see that. And then we were ready to take off direct into LAX. So LAX is not my favorite airport to fly into for Disneyland. I prefer John Wayne Airport or Long Beach, but they don't fly to Zihuatanejo, so this was a little bit easier. The first class seats on Alaska, definitely on the older side, but very, very cushy. It was kind of a bumpy flight, hence this very shaky looking video, but liked my old fashioned that I got there. And then they had some delicious sesame chicken bowl, very high end feelings, had some bok choy in there. But we arrived at the Westin Anaheim in about an hour from landing. So the cool thing about this Westin, it's definitely higher end than other Westins I've stayed at, and it's pretty brand new. We used $200 of our Fine Hotels and Resorts credit from my wife's Platinum Amex to save us $200 on this 2-night stay. And then I paired that with my Platinum status from Marriott to use my Suite Night Awards. So we guaranteed the suite upgrade about 3 days out from our stay, which is really great. So we're going to check out this full suite. All the bells and whistles that you would expect from a brand new hotel room in here. Very high-end feeling. You have some nice artwork here, and it's a true suite, so you have your own separate living room and dining room. Because we were Fine Hotels and Resorts, I believe that's why we had this nice little welcome amenity, which is orange-themed because we are in Orange County, California. So I really love that. So nice little bedroom, or living room, excuse me, here with a pull-out couch. Nice big television. Now we're going to take a look at the balcony here, which overlooked the entry to the hotel as well as Disney's California Adventure, which was across the street. So really great view, cool park view there. I mean, not the most amazing park view that you can get. Grand Californian, which is actually on Disney property, is going to have a much better view from that hotel, but this is available for the fraction of the price of that. You don't get any of the Disney amenities like early park entry here. But overall, I don't think at Disneyland you particularly need it like at Disney World. Now we're going to take a look at the bedroom, which has its own balcony as well. Huge king bed there and a huge television. Pretty much the same type of balcony as in the living room. So if you have kids, everyone can have their own balcony, which is kind of fun. Nice plugs near the bed. Found it interesting that they don't have USB-C plugs in there, which is kind of weird. And then first time I've seen 2 different safes in one suite, so on either side of the room here. So everyone has their own closet space, which is pretty fun. And great if you're sharing with a family, everyone can spread out. Now let's take a look at the bathroom, which is a very impressive bathroom. Huge soaking tub. Those reusable bath amenities that they have in the Westins now with that white tea smell. 2 different sinks, then tons of bath amenities that were included in the room. You have your mouthwash. I really like it when they include stuff like this. Nice to throw into the bag for a future trip if you don't use it while here on your stay. And there's the toilet with a nice little piece of artwork in there. And then a nice shower that had good water pressure and good heat. Couldn't hear anything outside of this room either, at least from the bedroom. Probably from the living room you could, but it doesn't really matter too much. And then here's a look at some of the information they included with the welcome amenity. And then here's our Fine Hotels and Resorts benefits. So you get 4 p.m. late checkout, which is huge. There's also a club that we'll show you in a second. Didn't really get to use that because our Fine Hotels and Resorts benefit included breakfast in the main restaurant, which normally we wouldn't get as Marriott Bonvoy members. But there's a look at the club across the way from our suite. And as you can see, it overlooks Disneyland, so it's a great spot for fireworks, which we'll show you in a second. So one benefit of fine hotels and resorts is you get $100 to spend on property during your stay. The Rise Rooftop Lounge was really cool. It's located, of course, on the rooftop, actually on the same side of the hotel as our suite, overlooking the park. Had some cool sports going on. Good little DJ too. Good cocktails and seafood on top here, and of course, just a great sunset view. Definitely recommend trying out this spot if you're at the Westin. We had some good hummus. I had some oysters and we shared a pizza. All that added up to about $100, and they took that off automatically. Didn't have to do any sort of haggling at the front desk. So really great that we don't have to do that. Sometimes you do. But we're going to take a look at some more of the public spaces here at the Westin. So here's the check-in area. It's pretty small for the Westin. Pretty big hotel, lots of convention space too, so you're going to get a lot of convention travelers, which is probably why this is a little bit nicer than some of the other hotels that, cater to more park guests. You have a nice little lobby bar here, then an area to work over to the right as well. And behind the bar is actually a spot to enjoy the outdoors a little bit, and it's where the self-parking is. Now I mentioned that you do get free breakfast downstairs as part of your fine hotels and resorts benefits. That's at the Tangerine Room. That's also open for lunch and dinner, but we had the buffet there, and we'll show you what the buffet looks like in just a second. Checking out the other end of the lobby, we're going to walk by one of the rooms of the Tangerine Room, and then make our way over to the convention facilities, which is also where the resort's shop as well as coffee bar Blossom is. So if you want something a little bit quicker on your way to the parks, you do have that option as well. Very important for those early park mornings. A lot of people don't like the sit-down breakfast. We were able to do that before heading over to the parks, though. The restaurant opened at 6:30 in the morning, and the park was opening at 8 that day, so plenty of time for us to dine and enjoy. So as you can see, this hotel is very elegant as well as brand new because nothing is really worn here. Tons of people come in and out of the hotel for Disneyland. So they're going to have a lot to keep up over the years. Here's a look at that buffet in the morning. So lots of hot items here. Service is really quick. Did get busy on our second day later in the trip. So just keep that in mind if you do want a table, get there early. Then we headed over to Disneyland. So we're going to have a couple shots of Disneyland here. We love the Disneyland resort. It's just really, really fun to enjoy the day here. Look at everyone walking over to Splash Mountain. This is one of the last days that Splash Mountain was running. Of course, we had to do Galaxy's Edge and Rise of the Resistance, one of the best attractions Disney has ever done. So fast forward to our second and last morning of the trip. We're at the Tangerine Room again. Had a few more shots of the bar, and then we're going to check out what the pool area looks like. Right next to the pool area is the gym. This is one of the nicest gyms I've ever seen at a resort of any kind. It's gigantic, but if you're here trying to exercise during your Disney vacation, it's available to you. I imagine this is really more built for the convention traffic that's coming through here. But right next to that is the lovely pool area. Lots of room to lounge. There's a hot tub and a small pool. Nothing themed like what you'll find over at the Disney resorts. Nice little fire pit, and then beyond that is the pool bar, which has a full menu and drinks, of course. There's a couple other restaurants next to the hotel. Puesto, which we couldn't use our credit at, but we did dine on the last lunch of our trip. Basically, it's one of the best tacos in Orange County, in my opinion. Here's the entry to the hotel, really beautiful fountain with the Westin and lots of fire at night. And then there's also a Fleming's nearby. And if you're heading to the parks, you'll walk by Puesto and Fleming's, cross the street, and then you're pretty much on Disney property at that point. It's about a 15-minute walk to the security area to enter Disney property. So really quick walk to the parks in the morning or a quick walk back. No need to Uber unless the weather is poor. Here's a look at what the executive lounge looks like. Open for breakfast, some snacks during the day, and snacks for kind of the dinner time. And then it stays up until about 10 p.m., which is great for the Disneyland fireworks. Here's the finale of the fireworks to end this video. Thanks a lot for watching. We'll see you on the next video. If you like these types of videos, please subscribe.